I'd like to invite back to the stage Terry Aldrich, who will introduce Sue Long Weems.
Sue arrived on campus in 1978 as an elite alpine skier. A recent graduate of Stratton Mountain School, one of her former coaches, Dave Ogelis, said about her, quote, "She was the best aerobic student athlete we've ever had here," unquote. Her dedication and motivation were readily apparent when she came to Middlebury. She continued that work ethic. And one of her Middlebury coaches, Peter Ord, said, quote, "I've never had an alpine skier, male or female, who trained as much." Now, she made her presence felt immediately on the carnival circuit. Her freshman year, she skied on a very powerful alpine team. She finished pretty much second or third all year long to our number one skier, Sarah McNeilis, who, as you remember, was in 2016, was elected to our Hall of Fame. In 1979, in Marquette, Michigan, at the National Championships, Sue's ninth place finish in the giant slalom earned valuable points for our team that won the national championship that year. Now, as soon as a little girl, she only learned alpine skiing. And one day she borrowed a pair of cross-country skis, had a great time, and she realized she needed a new challenge. So she came to me and said, "Coach, I'd like to make the Nordic team." And I said, "Well, it's not going to be easy. We have a very powerful team. You're going to have to work awfully hard." Well, that's just what she wanted to hear. So she went her junior year from being number 5 or 6 on, a really strong team, to number 1 her senior year. She finished very high in the carnival. She won the UNH carnival. And she went on to be an incredible skier for us. After Middlebury, she continued to train, and in 1982, she was named to the World Cup team and competed in Europe. And then in 1983, she was named to the U.S. ski team, competed at the World University Games, finishing 11th. Then she really started to come in, and in 1984, she won the 5 kilometer, she won the 10 kilometer, and she won the 20 kilometer, championships, and was selected number 1 to our Olympic team in Sarajevo. Now, cross-country skiing and alpine skiing were not the only sports that Sue excelled in. She was also an elite distance runner. By her senior year, she was one of the top runners in the country. She won all of her dual meets that year with ease. And then she went on to win the NESCAC championships, which qualified her to go on to the New England regional championships against the top 48 teams in New England. In that race, she finished 3rd. Because she finished so high in that race, she qualified for the first ever NCAA championship for women in cross country in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I distinctly remember the conditions in that race. The day before we got there, it was 20 degrees Fahrenheit and 5 inches of snow. Do you think Sue was excited? So I remember going out for course inspection. It was the day before the race. The Emory University women from Atlanta were all in the lobby. And one of those women looked over at Sue and said, "Are y'all going out in that stuff? Why, you're gonna get frostbite." So Sue didn't exactly get frostbite. She got 3rd in the race. So I've had the privilege of coaching some really outstanding men and women over the years in my 36 years at Middlebury that were extremely dedicated and motivated, none more so than Sue Long. Please welcome Sue Long Wemyss.
Thank you so much. It is truly an honor to be included in this year's Middlebury Hall of Fame class and to have so many friends, my mother and my husband here. It means a great deal to me. This is an evening I won't ever forget. Thanks, Mom. I wouldn't have been able to go to Middlebury without your and Dad's support. And my time at Middlebury changed my life. Being on the ski team my freshman year that won the national championships was a huge thrill. But I struggled and slumped my sophomore year. Cross-country running in the fall captivated my interest and brought me new friends. That winter, I finally gave up on a childhood dream of personal alpine glory. If I'd been at another college or university with Division I skiing, I don't think I ever would have gotten the chance to join the cross-country ski team. I was brand new to it. But Terry welcomed me, took time to teach me and get me started with a training program and roller skis, right from my earliest days. Jane took me out ski touring on the trails in her Landgrove neighborhood. Alice gave me a ticket to go watch the Women's Olympic cross-country relay in Lake Placid. 4 years later, I got to ski in that relay. The Middlebury Nordic team welcomed me, and I'm forever grateful. You got me started in the sport I love, and now I try to do the same for others. Through the last 3 decades, my passion has been teaching others in the sport of cross-country skiing, from first-timers to veterans. I am currently the ski school director at Great Glen Trails in northern New Hampshire and have been there for 19 years. It gives me the chance to get others outside and active. It gives me great joy and purpose. Cross-country skiing is how I've met so many people I like. Through it, I have developed many friendships and traveled the world. Best of all, I met my husband, and it's the source of endless happy outings together. I couldn't have dreamed a better life. Thank you for this honor.